How about now? There we go. Okay, should have audio now. Okay, there we go. Listen, I apologize for that. I'm using the StreamYard platform that allows me to go live to YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. And as a result, it's harder for me to switch back and forth between cameras. I'm going to do it, but just know that it's going to take a little bit of time. Kristen Monroe of Apex Marine Angler Quest Boats is, I think she's going to try to be on tonight, and she will answer some questions as well. And I apologize for the wind. There's obviously absolutely nothing I can do about the wind, but believe me, the wind is breaking my heart because I wanted to go fishing tonight. That's not going to happen, and it looks like a very strong northeast wind until at least Monday. I should be back. I think you can hear me, right? Okay, so what we're going to do, I'll get rid of this. Actually, I'll save it for later. And I'm going to give you a walk down on the Angler Quest. I'm going to turn the camera around, okay? Yeah, Angler Quest Pontoons is with us. I'm going to turn the camera around and walk down to the boat. It'll take me just a second to do that. Camera, boom. And back camera, done. And it should switch for us. There we go. Okay, there she is, folks. There is the new, and I apologize, we're shooting into the sun, but if I could control where the sun was, I'd be doing something different. We'll see if I can walk down the dock and show you this boat without falling in. But here she is, 826 Pro Troll. A little bit. There she is, all right. There is the 826 Pro Troll that I have been anxiously waiting for. And again, we're shooting into the sun. Nothing I can do about it. But indeed, that is a beauty. Look at the fishing room back there. 300 horse Merc on there. Of course, the signature, what I call rocket launcher rod holders. I'll jump down into the boat. It's amazing. I mean, I got a long jump. It's amazing how much the water has dropped. The water has dropped here about 18 inches since October. So before I turn this back around, let me take you back up to the front. This one has a Minn Kota trolling motor on it. I'm looking forward to giving that a try. It's got a little bit bigger bow because it's an 826. Of course, you've got the lounge seats. Looking back to the helm, back to the fishing part of the boat. Storage, unbelievable. Storage here. Storage here. This is more of wet storage here. I use this for things that I don't mind if they get wet. More storage here. Also new storage underneath the seats. New this year, and this is pretty slick. Well, it's new last year, but it's new to me. Garbage receptacles. I just got towels in there for now. There's more storage here. Walking back to the helm. Oh, look what we found here. We'll talk more about those in a minute. Here's the helm of this boat. I'm running Garmin electronics this year. I'm very, very excited about it. Looking down, tilting down. Here's the helm station, tilt steering wheel, all the switches you could ask for. Batteries under here, storage for tools and such. You get back to here. This is where I keep my offshore boards. Here's the live well, big live well. Each one of these, tray here for baits and such. This is storage. This is storage. This is storage. This is storage. a measuring station back here, a wash down pump back here so you can keep things clean. More storage here. Storage, storage, storage. Going to the working end of the boat. This year I am running a 300 horse Merc. We got about 45 miles an hour on the initial run across the bay. So this is the boat. And no, it does not have crawler storage on it, okay? All right, I'm going to turn this camera around and talk to you for a minute and realize it does take me a minute to do that using this setup. So please bear with me. And boom, that wasn't so bad. All right, again, I'm shooting into the sun. I apologize. I am at my dock. I wanted to go fishing tonight, but it's not going to happen. The wind is blowing like crazy. I had hoped to fish tonight. It's going to be northeast winds tomorrow. It's going to be northeast winds Saturday and Sunday. Monday looks pretty good. There is no worm box on this boat. Not a one. There will never be a night crawler on this boat unless somebody sneaks it onto the boat. Here's what I like to use. And again, I should have looked at these when I had the camera turned around. But let me, I won't do that. I won't do that. Yeah, I will. Camera, turn it around. I apologize for this, but it allows me to reach more people by using this platform. Here is my go-to flicker shads. Number 7 flicker shads. These are some of my favorite colors. Actually, this one right here. This is called the Purple Cougar. When I fish my skinny water, how many people can I fish from this boat comfortably? I don't know. Comfortably 6. But you can put a lot of people on this boat. Thanks for the promo. Sitting on a new 270, still out. I love flicker shads, okay? This is what I run up in my beloved skinny water that this year, this year is, turn the camera around again here and I can answer some of your questions. Boom, done. My beloved skinny water this year so far has been very slow for just about everybody. I have not been out. I apologize for the lighting again. Let me see if I can get some sun on my face. Saginaw Bay this summer. Well, I didn't give me any sun, did it? Saginaw Bay this summer. Hey, Brad Dupuis. Here's the guy if you have a question, Brad Dupuis just came on board. If you have a question about this boat or fishing this boat, there's the man you want to talk to right there. Feel free to post your questions. Brad Dupuis is standing by. Angler Quest Pontoons are standing by, and they can answer any questions. Brad is called Mr. Angler Quest. He is the guy who designed the first boat. He is the guy who continues to change the design, improve the design. And he's the man. You need to keep it cool for worms. You guys are messing with me for the worms and the crawlers because you know there will never be a night crawler on this boat unless somebody sneaks it on and doesn't tell me about it. I was going back to Saginaw Bay, okay? The water of Saginaw Bay this year so far has been crystal clear. Brian Stroick, who is a new charter captain, says future captain Lori Card-Stroick already has plans for an Angler Quest for 2022. Lori, let me tell you this. If you are seriously looking at an Angler Quest for 2022, I would recommend you get those wheels turning now because this boat is in high demand. And like everybody else, COVID has affected the supply chain. I got to be honest, I have some connections at the plant and I had to wait for a few things. Michelle was out here earlier. She said the boat looks better in person. Well, I got to believe it looks pretty good on camera as well. My name is Mike Avery. This is Wednesday Night Live, and we're live from the Angler Quest, the 826 Pro Troll. We're live on Facebook, we're live on YouTube, and we're live on Twitter as well. It was my intent tonight to do a little fishing, but the wind is blowing like crazy. I'm sure there's a lot of wind noise. There's nothing I can do about it. If you're just joining us, let me turn this camera back around Martin Crossbow Hunter's with us. Martin will be fishing with me in June. He won one of the charity fishing trips, so he'll be fishing with me. Brad Dupuis is standing by. Angler Quest Pontoons are standing by. If you have a question, feel free to post it here tonight, and we will answer your questions, all right? I'm going to turn the camera back around and give you another tour if you're just joining us, and it takes me just a second to do that, so stand by as I turn the camera around. Although I'd like to think I would get better at it as we go along. Okay, and there we go. Michigan Charter Boat Association. I am a proud member of the Michigan Charter Boat Association. I am now a licensed captain, although I will not be running trips. Look at this boat, my friends. Look at the room, a comfortable helm, or a comfortable captain's seat, a beautiful helm. I'm looking forward to this Garmin. I had been running Lowrance in the past, and I'll be honest with you, and I'm going to make some people mad, I was not real happy with Lowrance. But this, I am looking forward to. Anything you could possibly want on a unit. Like some of these things I don't even understand, but I will. Combos, what I will normally do is run a combo screen with my chart on one side and my sonar on the other. Mike, how do I book a trip with me? Tim, I am not running paid charters. I don't want to go into competition with people like Lance Valentine and Jeff Godey and Mark Pananzek and all of the good captains on Saginaw Bay. And to be honest with you, I don't consider myself a good enough captain. The only way you can get a trip with me is if you bid on one of the charity auctions. This 8-cylinder, 300-horse Mercury pushed us across the bay at about 45 miles an hour on the shakedown cruise. Again, here's the boat. This is what I love. This right here, the signature rocket launcher. That when you see this on the water, you know it's an Angler Quest. This allows me to get the rods up out of the way. These on the side here, this is where I run my rods from. I tilt them out. Okay. I work them here. Brad, I need two more if I could. Two more side rod holders and two more for the Trax Tech on the side as well. Chad says he just bought. Does it have a stereo? Oh, baby, it's got a stereo. How long does it take to build an Angler Quest once the tunes hit the plant? Rick, they build the tunes at the Angler Quest plant. That's one of the cool things about Angler Quest. They build almost everything. You get a good look at the boat here. Again, if you're just joining us, here's the live well. Hope to be filling it up with fish very soon. I keep my offshore boards here. This is all storage. Wash down pump, measure your fish here. Storage on this side as well. Just a wonderful boat. All kinds of storage here. And here's what really makes this an interesting boat. It's like a reverse mullet. You got work in the back and party in the front. These are the most comfortable seats. You've got room for all kinds of people. What is the minimum length of an Angler Quest? Let me turn the camera back around. I don't want you to think I'm ignoring you, but I want you to see the boat. Front camera done. Boom. Hey, I'm getting better at it. Oh, that's a nice truck. That's a nice Garber Chevy truck back there, by the way. Let's see. That's all right, John. Nice to have you along with us. Is that the bigger tunes? John, rephrase the question. Brad, or I think they're 24-inch, but Brad or Kristen at Angler Quest can answer that question better for me. But it is a triple tube. It is a tri-tune. And I'm telling you what, that makes all the difference in the world. These are not your granddad's pontoons where you had two tubes and you were pushing it across an inland lake with a 25-horse motor. No. This particular boat is a 26-footer with triple tubes pushed with a 300-horse outboard. What that allows you to do is to get up on the chop. It is a very stable ride. It's a very comfortable ride. And I showed you all the fishing room. It is absolutely unbelievable how much room is in these boats and how fishable they are. Brad confirmed that. 24-inch pontoons. John asked an interesting question. How big of waves will this boat take? I get asked that a lot, John. The answer is this particular boat and all of the Angler Quest Tri-Tunes will take bigger waves than I want to be out in. It's amazing. I fished a lot of different boats. And listen, I work with Angler Quest, and I'm pushing Angler Quest right now, but I only push products that I believe in. I have fished a lot of boats, from big fiberglass cruisers to smaller fiberglass boats to V-bottom aluminum boats. And I'll tell you what, the Angler Quest gives you an amazing ride. And don't let anybody tell you that you can't take a pontoon out on big water like Saginaw Bay or even Lake Michigan. I interviewed for the radio show today. I interviewed, help me out, guys. I'm an old man with a mental block here. Dan Jordan. I interviewed Dan Jordan, and he routinely fishes Lake Michigan with his Angler Quest. An 18-footer for other models. How well do the pole holders work? The pole holders on this boat, that is, when they say Angler Quest is built with purpose, they're talking about fishing. The purpose is fishing. Brad Dupuis, the man behind this boat, and there are a lot of people who put a lot of hours in to make this boat what it is. Not this particular boat, but all Angler Quest. Brad is a fisherman. He designed this boat with fishing in mind. So it's designed as a fishing boat with all the comfort up front to keep all your passengers and your family happy. How well do the rod holders work? It is designed and set up to work very well, again, with the rocket launcher, the tilt-down rod holders on the sides. What I do is I'll run usually 4 off each side from the rocket launcher, and I put my farthest one up highest, and as they get closer to the boat, I angle them down. That allows me to keep some space between them. It allows me to work the rods very well. John says he was out with Lance last year in 4-footers and could not believe it. Well, see, there's a man who is giving you an independent confirmation of what I'm saying. He was out in 4-footers. Since I live close to the bay, I can pick and choose my days, and I'm not running paid charters. I'm not going to go out in 4-footers. The boat can handle it, but I don't want to handle it. Ross is with us. Ross and Avid are going to be fishing. Hey, Nick Ostrowski, how are you, man? I got a list of people who want to fish with me this summer. And here's the situation right now on Saginaw Bay. Again, the water at this point is crystal clear. I'm hoping that this rain we got will cause some runoff to come down the rivers, give us some color, muddy it up, dirty it up a little bit. And I'm hoping that the warm weather might cause some kind of an algae bloom, because we need some color in the water, especially where I fish. I like to fish the skinny water, up close to shore in shallow water, and that's where I run those flicker sheds. All right. A lot of people catch fish on crawlers, and right now crawlers are not a bad way to go. I am not saying crawlers won't catch fish, because they will, especially right now. I don't want to run crawlers. Brad says, tilt down. Thank you, Brad. The tilt down arch, that's a new feature recently. I'll go back here. Thank you, Brad, for that. Settings, camera. See if I can figure this out quicker here now. Back camera, done. Boom. This is my first boat with the tilt down arch. Let's see if I can get rid of that. Boom. For some reason, I got some. Well, you mean you're fishing instead of watching Wednesday Night Live? All right, that's a good excuse. I'll give you that. Have fun, guys. I gave up on the turkeys because I got this now. All right, guys, see ya. Yeah, thanks, guys. All right, Brad was talking about this, what we call a rocket launcher. Now, under this new design, it pivots, okay? It pivots, and you can tilt this thing down. It'll sit right here. That's for trailering. Camera in the drink. No, the camera's good. No, I didn't drop it in the lake. That's a cool shot right there. But again, I'm telling you, this thing is a fishing machine. I usually put my nets here. I used to in the past store them up in here. They've changed the design, but I got to tell you, I actually like this design. It is now sewed around here to keep this more in place so it won't flap as much. And that's just another example of how the design changes and improves from year to year. For example, the last boat I had did not have storage here, and it didn't have these trash receptacles. Again, Leonard says he really wishes he would have got the 26-foot Pro Troll. I will tell you, Leonard, I have run the 24 and I've run the 26, and the 24 is a beautiful, beautiful boat, but you can feel the difference in that extra 2 feet. It does ride a little bit differently. Here's the remote for that Minn Kota bow mount. If I can get this thing to last long enough, I will try to troll as much as I can with that, especially when I get in skinny water, shallow water. It's a stealthier presentation, and I will use that as much as I can. However, and this is what has really, really impressed me with the Mercs. Even this big 300, they have a feature called, I think it's Pro Troll or Troll Control, that will allow you to adjust the RPMs of this big motor in 10 RPM increments. Mark wants to know what the price is. I will tell you this, it's right in line with all their boats these days. They don't give these away, but they don't give anything away. So it's right in line with all of today's boats. I have always said, look at the cockpit in this boat. I have always said that to get this much fishing room, you would need about a 32-foot cruiser, and your cockpit's only going to be that big. Look at all this fishing room. Workstation here, again, complete with a wash down. You know you're going to get things dirty. You know you're going to get things bloody. If you're fishing crawlers, you're going to need that. But it works great. What else can I show you, my friends? Oh, got to move that a little bit. The storage on these things is just wonderful. Leonard says you're going to spend around $85,000. Looks like space shuttle controls. And again, here's my go-to. I will run spoons behind lead core, but I'm not as good at it as guys like Brad Dupuis and Jeff Godey. So I like to run these on mono in skinny water, real close to my boards. And in a normal year, these are very, very effective. This year, I don't know. Chad says it's an awesome looking rig. It is. These are beautiful, beautiful boats. You ask if there's a stereo. Of course there's a stereo. Multiple speakers. Again, this is storage down here. I put my anchor down there. I put my bumpers and fenders. And here's the question of the day, all right? What is this called right here? What is that called? I'll wait for your answers. Somebody asked about the cigar holder. Thank you for bringing that up. Of all the things on the helm, and there are a lot, phone holder, drink holder, little storage compartment, an adjustable steering wheel, it's this thing right here that gets my most attention. Because you know what this is? This is a cigar holder. It's a cigar tube. That's why that is there. Don't let anybody tell you any differently. Don't let them tell you it's for documents. Don't let them tell you it's for anything other than cigars. That is there as a cigar tube. And I stand by that. Michelle says fender because it's on the side. No. It's a bumper. And I learned this after doing some research. If your tube, your rubber tube to protect your boat, is attached to the dock, it's a bumper. If it's attached to the boat, it's a fender. See? That alone was enough reason for you to tune into Wednesday Night Live tonight. Every boat has that cigar tube, and they don't all call it a cigar tube. The water here has dropped dramatically. When I took my boat out in October, the water level was at obviously a certain level, right? When I came back here to get ready for this boat, the water level had dropped 1.5 feet. Well, the cigar holder is at the end of my arm, but this is for unlit cigars. That's what that cigar tube is for. All right. What else? Let me show you something else here. I want to talk about that water level a little bit. Again, I'll play around with this. I think I'm getting better at it. Okay, water level. Right now it's up a little bit because of the wind. The other day when I was in here, I could barely get from here to here. The wind changes the water level on Saginaw Bay quite a bit. But overall, the water level is down a lot, to the point where I need to get this dock lowered at least 1 foot, maybe 1.5 feet, or some of the people who fish with me are not going to be able to get out of the boat up to the dock. And that's not an Angler Quest fault. That's not the fault of the marina here. I love this marina, but it's water levels. It's all water levels. Nice. Looks like you got plenty of headroom. I do. And Chad, you'll appreciate this too. Let me show you something else. Speaking of functions and features. When I talked about this boat having everything on it, when you look at this, okay, the rocket launcher arch, I can get underneath this thing, okay? That's how tall this is. I don't worry about hitting my head at all, okay? But for those of you who are vertically challenged, and I'm thinking right now of Tony Sovey, this thing right here, I don't care what the factory calls this, this is a Tony step. This is to allow people who aren't as tall as me to put their foot here and get up and reach up to get the rods out. Little things like that. Other little things that you can't see. There are U-bolts welded. I don't think you can see them. Yeah. There are U-bolts down there welded to the boat. U-bolts that will allow you to tie on, to hook up trolling bags, sea anchors to slow down. I got to be honest with you, I don't use them anymore. With that Pro Troll function on the Mercs, I can troll down slow enough, maybe not crawler speed, but I can slow down slow enough that I can run flicker shads in the low 2s. All right. I think I have shown you just about everything that I can. I was going to go fishing tonight. That ain't going to happen. It's too windy. It's too windy to fish tomorrow. It's too windy to fish Saturday. It's going to be too windy to fish Sunday. So maybe I'll be out here Monday, and I'm anxious to get out here. And thank you, Justin. I appreciate that. Any final questions on this Angler Quest while we're here? I will tell you that sometime in the next month, Brad Dupuis, there is lighting for night fishing. This particular boat doesn't have it, but there are lights that affix to the rocket launcher, and they tilt down and they light up the back of the boat. I don't have it on this boat. All right, thanks for the tour. The wind should be turning up the way. I'm hoping, Martin. I'm hoping with the strong northeast winds that it beats that shoreline and it causes the sand and stuff to get kicked up, and it gives us a little bit more color in the water. They have thought of everything. Okay, Brad Dupuis and I will be out on Saginaw Bay out of Linwood Beach Marina. And again, if you live in Michigan and you're looking at Angler Quest, Linwood Beach Marina is a good place to check out. I will tell you right now, the boats are in short supply, like everything else. Thank you, COVID. But Linwood Beach, a good place to look at an AnglerQuest. LinwoodBeachMarina.com. AnglerQuestPontoons.com is the website. You can follow them on social media as well. But Brad and I will be out doing a Wednesday night live fishing from his AnglerQuest. We'll be using jet divers and spoons. We'll be fishing out in the deeper water, and we'll show you how to do that. That's coming up here in a few weeks on Wednesday Night Live. All right? Seeing nothing else, I sounds like I'm a chairman at a meeting. Hearing nothing more, seeing nothing else. Again, thank you for joining me on this edition of Wednesday Night Live. The radio show this week, I don't have the rundown with me, so I can't tell you what it is, but I'll tell you every guest is interesting and informative. It's a good show coming up this week. My website, MikeAveryOutdoors.com. You can always reach me, Mike at MikeAveryOutdoors.com. That's Mike at MikeAveryOutdoors.com. And again, AnglerQuestPontoons.com. Don says, what does Mrs. Avery think of the AnglerQuest? She loves it. She loves it because of things like this right here. With this beautiful, comfortable lounge, lots of storage. She loves it. And I think on Monday, we will probably do a family outing / fishing trip. And that's one thing about this boat. You can combine them both. All right, my friends. Brad, thank you for joining me. Kristen, thank you for joining me. You guys have done a great job with these boats. They are wonderful fishing machines. They're great family rigs. And I'm glad to be working with you guys. And glad to be working with a family-owned, Michigan-based company. And you know I love that. All right, my friends. Thank you for joining me on this edition of Wednesday Night Live. If you have any more questions, feel free to post them on either Brad or I or Kristen at AnglerQuest. We'll get to them and try to answer them for you. All right, my friends, have a good night. Talk to you next time. Brad says thank you. He's still here. And Kristen says thank you. All right, my friends, thanks for joining me on this edition of Wednesday Night Live. I'll get some better light on my face. Oh, you don't want to see my face. That's better. All right, my friends, talk to you next time. Thanks for